Bonjour, mesdames, messieurs. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenue. A warm welcome to the beautiful Villa Masséna. A warm welcome to the 14th edition of the Ironman 70.3 World Championship, Nice, France. Before we begin, we'd just like to recognize a member of the Ironman Ohana, our family, Michael Rauschendorfer, a legendary photographer, a man who brought the beauty of this sport to the front lines through his critical eye, his amazing eye, and through the lens and the photographs he took, showcasing the sport, showcasing the personalities of the sport, showcasing the beautiful places the sport takes us. An excellent photographer, a gentleman, a friend who passed away far too soon. I know that a lot of you, he's touched your lives. I know that a lot of you know him personally, knew him personally, and I know that he and we wish he could be here, but he'll be with us throughout the weekend, and I'll be watching through that amazing lens of his. So just, Michael Rauschendorfer, may you rest in peace. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Also, a massive thank you to the team here at the Museo Masséna, the Villa Masséna, this magnificent villa here on the Promenade des Anglais that showcases 19th century life here in beautiful Nice. A more stunning location you couldn't think of for our press conference. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start by handing the microphone over to our president and CEO of Ironman, Mr. Andrew Messick.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you. Twice a year, the Ironman community worldwide gets together. Once on the second Saturday of October on the Big Island of Hawaii, and once here at 70.3 World Championship. This year, we're in France, and I think very much fittingly so. The history of triathlon really runs through Nice. And the first Nice International Triathlon took place in 1982. It was a November race, it was cold, and it consisted of a shortened 500-meter swim, a 60-mile bike ride, and a marathon. It's amazing that that distance didn't catch on. But for years and years, the Nice International Triathlon and Kona were the two most important races in the world. They were the races around which the triathlon calendar really hinged. And so it's with great satisfaction that here we are again, and the two races on which the triathlon calendar hinges are in Nice and in Kona once again. This race, unique, historique, légendaire, fits. We have a fantastic venue, we have a fantastic course, we have history in this city through our sport. We have the greatest athletes in the world who are sitting in the front row, and many others who are age group world champions who will be racing this weekend. And it really is a fitting culmination to what has been an extraordinary season at the 70.3 level. Best pros in the world are here. We're going to see extraordinary racing, a different type of racing, I suspect, than we've seen at other 70.3 World Championships because of the specific characteristics of the bike course. But it's going to be a fantastic competition on both the men's and the women's side. On the age group side, we've seen this race continue to grow. We have 5,700 registered athletes, 2,000 of which are women. We've never had so many women race in a world championship before. And it's really the byproduct of an extraordinary amount of work that has been a focus of our Women for Tri initiative to bring more people into the sport and give women more chances to compete and to race. And so to have the largest ever women's field here is extraordinarily satisfying. The race continues to be highly international. We have 110 countries and territories represented. And as Ironman and Ironman 73 have become more global, we have 116 qualifying races for this event. And we'll have more next year in New Zealand. The pool of athletes is growing, and it's becoming more competitive in every region. And is very satisfying for all of us to see more athletes coming from Latin America, more athletes coming from Asia, and not just our historical strongholds of the United States and Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, but this truly has become an international competition, and never more so than this weekend. So on behalf of all of us, welcome. We look forward to fantastic racing. We look forward to crowning world champions at both the professional and age group level. And we look forward to more than 5,000 people crossing a world championship finish line. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Andrew Messick, our President and CEO. We are in an absolutely incredible, beautiful place, and the man who's part and parcel of making sure we can be here representing Ville de Nice. He is our councillor and the delegate to sport, metropolitan councillor as well, town councillor for the city of Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Monsieur Richard Papazian.
Merci. Welcome, everybody, in Nice again. Et oui, Nice et le triathlon, c'est une longue histoire et une très belle histoire. Je dirais presque une histoire d'amour. You want to translate?
There's obviously a wonderful welcome to all of you to beautiful Nice, and the city of Nice has had a very long relationship with triathlon.
Nous sommes très heureux d'accueillir pour la première fois en France une nouvelle épreuve, et pas n'importe laquelle, puisque c'est le triathlon olympique, et c'est le championnat du monde qui, pour la première fois, va se dérouler en France, et la seconde fois en Europe après l'Autriche. Alors après Port-Elizabeth et avant Taupo l'année prochaine en Nouvelle-Zélande, Nice accueille une nouvelle épreuve de triathlon, car cette ville a le triathlon dans sa culture sportive. Ça remonte à 1982 avec le triathlon de Nice, puis l'Ironman depuis 2005 et deux légendes, dont une, Mark Allen, qui est présent cette semaine ici, et Dave Scott.
So the city of Nice, very, very proud to be a part of the cities that have hosted the Ironman 70.3 World Championship. Very, very proud that the World Championship is now in this city where triathlon pretty much runs through the blood of Nice and the people of Nice, dating all the way back to 1982 with the original Nice International Triathlon.
Je voudrais profiter de la situation pour remercier le président de l'Ironman International et Yves Cordier, que tout le monde connaît, parce que Yves Cordier, il est niçois, il est même dans mon club. Mais, si vous voulez, c'est par sa continuité que le triathlon a pu devenir à Nice l'une des épreuves, l'un des événements les plus importants de la ville.
A huge thank you to the President and CEO of Ironman, Mr. Andrew Messick. A thank you to Yves Cordier, who everybody knows and is very much a part of the fabric of triathlon here in Nice and in France. And it's thanks to those people that we are here and we have the Ironman 70.3 World Championship in Nice.
Je souhaiterais dire merci à notre maire, Christian Estrosi, qui lui ne fait pas de triathlon, mais il court, il pédale, tous les jours ou presque. Donc c'est un sportif accompli, indépendamment de son passé, et c'est grâce à lui que nous avons autant d'événements sur la ville. Nous organisons plus de 400 événements sportifs dans une année. C'est quelque chose d'extraordinaire.
More than 400 sporting events happen in the city of Nice every year, and he just wants to thank the mayor, who's a lover of sport himself and very sporty. Also, without the mayor, this would not be possible.
Pour la première fois, je crois, les femmes et les hommes sont séparés sur deux courses, puisque j'ai vu qu'il y avait une course pour 2000 féminines le samedi et une course pour les masculins le dimanche. Ça représente 5700 athlètes. Je crois que c'est un record et non seulement je vous félicite, mais je vous remercie d'avoir choisi Nice pour performer.
One of the things that is particularly historic about the Ironman 70.3 World Championship here in Nice, Mr. Papazian, talking about the more than 2,000 women here to compete, the fact that we're racing across 2 days, and how historic that will be.
Alors, passez du bon temps tout au long de cette semaine, de ce week-end, parce que c'est quand même un week-end qui est assez long et qui est assez formidable vu la situation météorologique et le site que nous vous offrons entre la mer et la montagne.
I want you to enjoy your weekend here at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship in this beautiful city, Nice. The weather is going to be fantastic as well, Monsieur Papazan promises.
Pour conclure, parce que vous n'êtes pas venu pour m'écouter, vous êtes venu surtout pour avoir les informations techniques qu'Yves Cordier va vous donner, je voudrais remercier toute l'organisation, remercier les participants, vous souhaiter bonne chance, que les meilleurs gagnent, parce que je sais ce qu'est le sport, et croyez-moi, c'est pas facile, on court pour gagner, c'est évident, tout le monde ne peut pas gagner, mais déjà de participer, surtout à une épreuve comme celle-ci, c'est quelque chose d'extraordinaire.
So to conclude, Monsieur Papazian says you're not here to listen to him, but he'd like to thank the organizations and everybody involved, including the citizens of Nice and all our communities that we'll be racing through, thanking for all their cooperation. He says not everybody can win, but basically wishing you luck and what a wonderful weekend we're going to have together.
Je peux vous assurer que le service des sports est prêt, a fait tout ce qu'il fallait pour vous mettre dans les meilleures conditions. Et je voudrais remercier non seulement à nouveau le président de l'Ironman et Yves Cordier, que je vous demande d'applaudir tous les deux, car c'est grâce à eux, surtout au départ, si nous avons pu obtenir cette organisation.
And to conclude, he'd like to say that he would like us to please applaud Yves Cordier and Andrew Messick for all that they've done and for that we are here.
Voilà. Moi, je vous attends pour le prochain test event, puisque nous ferons un test event en 2020, puis un autre en 2021. Nous en avons fait un en 2018 pour préparer ce championnat du monde. Belle fête à tous, que les meilleurs gagnent, et soyez heureux d'être à Nice.
May the best win. Good luck to everybody. We had the test event last year. We have the world here this year, and perhaps you'll come back again next year to Nice for Ironman 70.3. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Papazian. Thank you very, very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard his name a lot. He's a legend, he's a local hero, and he is the driving force behind the world being in Nice, behind you being able to enjoy the beautiful south of France after a little swim, bike, and run. The managing director of Ironman France, your race director of the Ironman 70.3 World Championship, Nice, France, Yves Cordier.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I don't know, I need to talk. No, sorry. I want to say all the best for all the pro. I'm happy to have you on our race. And I hope we will have a great race. Thank you very much and see you soon, Saturday and Sunday. I want to say thanks to the city of Nice, thanks for Ironman to support us all the week, all the year, and now we are only 3 days, 2 days for women and 3 days to give you the best of the race. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, Yves Cordier. And he says he cannot speak English. That was parfait. Super. Félicitations. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to present to you our professional athletes. We'll bring them all up onto the stage together. We'd like to invite our women on stage and then our men representing the Czech Republic, Radka Karlefeld. Representing Great Britain, Emma Pallant. Representing Australia, Ellie Salthouse. Your 2016 Ironman World Champion representing Great Britain, Holly Lawrence. Your Ironman African Champion representing Great Britain, Lucy Charles. And your four-time Ironman World Champion, your four-time Ironman 70.3 World Champion representing Switzerland, Daniela Rief. We now bring our men onto the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Representing Belgium, your 2013 Ironman World Champion, five-time champion in Nice, Frederik van Lierde. Representing Australia, two-time top 5 Ironman 70.3 World Championship, Sam Appleton. Your Ironman 70.3 European champion, your winner of the Ironman 70.3 Nice last year, representing the USA, Rudy von Berg. Your two-time Ironman world champion and now married man, Patrick Lange, representing Germany. I'm not sure if he's here with us yet. He did inform us he was running a little bit late, but he's a two-time Ironman 70.3 world champion and Ironman world champion 2014, Sebastian Kienle, representing Germany. And ladies and gentlemen, he's a two-time Olympic gold medalist, Ironman champion as of this year as well, second place at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship in South Africa, Great Britain's Alistair Brownlee. He's an Olympic silver medalist, a 10-time world champion, two of which are Ironman 70.3 World Championships, representing Spain, Javier Gomez. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will give all the members of the media an opportunity to have one-on-ones with our athletes immediately after the press conference, before we do the pro briefing when all our professional athletes will be as well. We'd like to start with Radka Karlefeld. Is everybody awake now? I might have to shout because you're probably also deaf. Radka, we'd like to start with you. So many Ironman 70.3 wins. You're an Olympian as well. You've been spending the European summer here in Europe, mostly in the Czech Republic, racing around Europe as well. It hasn't just been a summer holiday with the family, has it?
No, definitely not just summer holiday. But it was great to spend lots of time in Europe, and I've been for the last 2 weeks in France, in Morzine, training, doing some hills and downhills. So hopefully I'm ready for this race, and I'm really excited to be here in Nice.
3 wins already over the distance in 2019, a great race at the Ironman 70.3 European Championship in Elsinore as well. You talked about how you've been training on the territory, but have you actually done the descent that everybody's talking about here in Nice?
Yes, actually, we've arrived on Tuesday and spent one night in Vans. I haven't done the uphill, I did it in a car, and then I did the downhill, and I actually loved it, and I don't think it's that difficult, so I'm really excited about it.
Fighting words from Radka Karlefeld, representing the Czech Republic. Thank you very much. We hand the microphone over to Australia's Ellie Salthouse. So it all started because of the back of a cereal box.
Yes, when I was 11 years old, there was a local triathlon for kids advertised on the back of a cereal box, and I saw it, and my parents, who are here, they signed me up and found a coach for juniors a week later, and that's where it all started.
And then you were racing, you even went professional while still at school, but then you fell out of love with triathlon for a little bit.
Yeah, I left the sport when I was 20. I just didn't enjoy it anymore. I wasn't really getting the results that I wanted, so I pursued other avenues, and then I missed the sport about 6 months later and came back under my current coach, Siri Lindley.
And then immediately the successes over the middle distance started happening, many 70.3 wins. what are you looking forward to most about this course and Saturday?
Like Radka, the downhill, I've been here for about 6 weeks now, just training the course every day. So I've ridden that downhill probably 20 times now. So I'm really in love with it. I love descending anyway, but to be on a course that I now know like the back of my hand, I'm very excited to get out there and just see what I can do.
Australia's Ellie Soldos, thank you very much, and all the best to you. As we move across to Great Britain's Emma Pallant. Emma, a great race in Chattanooga, that wonderful battle, you know, between you and Laura Philipp and Daniela Reeve taking the win, the silver medal. But then South Africa didn't quite produce the result you were hoping for, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think, again, a lot has been to do with race dynamics, and I was the slowest swim in the top 10, and something that we really keep working on, but as we work on it, everyone gets faster. But it's good. Like, I love chasing, and this course is definitely nice and tough, so hopefully can be a little bit better than last year.
Your coach became age group world champion just last weekend. Good omen?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of delayed my training back at home to track her, and yeah, it's good. It's a good feeling. We kind of do a lot of training together, so yeah, it was good on her.
France has already been good to you, a very, very hot race at 70.3 Vichy and the win. Wonderful way to come into the race in Nice.
Yeah, that was really surprising. I kind of, it's almost when I train my worst, I have my best races. I really did not feel prepared, like I wasn't even going to race. Yeah, earlier in the season, I felt like I was flying in training and not happy with my races. So yeah, it was a real shock. But yeah, going into this a little bit happier.
Thank you very much, Great Britain's Emma Pallant. Handing over to another British athlete, Holly Lawrence, representing Great Britain, our 2016 Ironman world champion in Mooloolaba, Australia. Do you still look back at that and go, yeah? Or do you still think, oh yeah, that was good, but I want some more world championship titles?
Yeah, I mean, I've never, like even before the world champs then, I never think about winning. That's not, yeah, of course it comes along with sponsors and everything, and I was in a very like privileged position back then, really not having anyone and any expectations, but I try and keep that even still, that just focusing on myself and swim bike and running as fast as I can and not, you know, focusing on the outcome.
If I'm not mistaken, you are concurrently hold 4 Ironman 70.3 regional titles.
Yeah, I think so. Which isn't a bad comeback after a potentially career-ending injury.
All started in Bahrain with winning the 70.3 Middle East Championship, first race back after injury, and it's just been win, win, win after then.
Well, yeah, although I got my ass handed to me in Oceanside in April by Daniela, so not all win, win, win.
You spent quite a bit of time here checking out the course. Are you looking forward to Saturday?
Yeah, I spent 2 weeks here after doing the European Champs, and yeah, it's a good course, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to, you know, there's not been really a course like it, so I think it will be a pretty good race to watch, and I can't wait to watch the men as well.
Well, we look forward to watching the race as well. Thank you very much. Holly Lawrence representing the United Kingdom, another UK athlete representing Great Britain, Lucy Charles, our Ironman African champion from South Africa in April this year. Second place at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship in Nelson Mandela Bay in 2018. It was a bit of a last-minute decision then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit last minute last year, and then I really enjoyed the race. I felt the prep went well leading into Kona, so I thought about maybe doing this race, and then sort of halfway through the year decided, you know, I really fancy coming and racing here in Nice.
So you made the decision for Nice a lot sooner than you did for Nelson Mandela Bay.
Yeah, definitely, and I felt like the course suited some of my strengths. We came out here and trained for about 5 days at the end of July, and I really loved the course, so we kind of thought, you know what, let's go for it and see what happens.
Great to also get the win at the Ironman 70.3 Staffordshire, just to check that the engine is firing properly.
Yeah, I don't often race in the UK, so it was actually really nice. My husband Reese, his dad was doing his first ever 70.3 as well, so yeah, it was a really good weekend for the family.
Well, hopefully it's another good weekend here in Ville de Nice. Thank you very much, Lucy Charles, representing Great Britain. Now to our 4-time Ironman 70.3 world champion, on the cusp of potentially being the first athlete ever, male or female, of becoming a 5-time Ironman 70.3 world champion. But I would imagine you don't think about that. You just think about how to swim as fast as possible, bike as fast as possible, and run as fast as possible.
Yeah, I think that's all you can do on that course. I actually just found that out today. I didn't even know that no one did that. So to me, it doesn't matter like how many titles you win. I think it's how you win the races. And I think this race on Saturday is really a race where you can, you know, either show a brilliant performance or really, how do you say it, fuck it up. So yeah, I really don't want to, you know, fuck it up. I'm really excited. Sorry about that. I think it's one of the best courses I've seen. I believe it's the most challenging 70.3 world course, and I'm actually the most excited about that course. I've been for like from all the other races, so I think it's going to be hard. It's a lot of uphill and a lot of downhill, so it makes a fair race, and I think it's going to be very exciting also.
A lot of people speculate, and you know, on paper, everybody looks at the course, and we all think where or how the race will be run and where it will be won. Would you also say that the descents and how you handle them technically are a key deciding factor?
Well, there's a lot of key factors in that race. It's a long climb, so definitely to do, you know, not just like a 15 minutes climb. You got to climb up quite a long time, and so that's why I think coming from St. Moritz, we've been spending 3 months in the mountains the last 3 months, and so that's one part. But then of course the downhill is very important, but then also how you run off that bike. So I don't think you can have any weakness in that course, and yeah, that's why it's a world champion course, and I think it's a brilliant course.
Our defending Ironman 70.3 world champion from Switzerland, Daniela Rief, thank you very much, as we send the microphone all the way down to the opposite end of the field. And I think it's only right that we start with Belgium's Frederik van Leer. You're pretty much French. With all those wins here at Ironman France, everybody embraces you as one of the French heroes. You've won it so many times here. You're Ironman world champion as well. You are one of the big links between Kona and the Ironman 70.3 World Championship Nice.
Yeah, thank you. It's true, I have quite a lot of experience here. I love the race, and it's different now to come back, of course. It's a mix between very young guys from ITU racing, then a lot of specialists from 70.3, and a couple of guys who do full Ironman as well. So it's interesting to see, and I think it will be fantastic racing on Sunday.
Frederik, it would be fair to say that you pretty much know every stone on the beach and on the roads and on the run of this course.
Yeah, exactly. The stones on the start from the swim are very painful sometimes. No, in the end, let's say 60 to 70% from the bike course is on the roads from the full Ironman. So I've been racing here a couple of times, and then it's pretty interesting to see that the beginning of the bike course is really hard with a lot of steep climbs. So it will be hard racing and aggressive racing from the start, I guess.
And a lot of youngsters sitting next to you and in this huge men's field. It's going to be pretty flat out, is it not?
I think so, yeah. I feel lonely because I think I'm one of the only one born in the 70s here in the front now. So, yeah, we'll see on Sunday. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much, Frederik van Leer, our 2013 Ironman world champion. We move across to Australia's Sam Appleton. Appo, you are what Frederik was referring to a moment ago as a 70.3 specialist.
Yeah, I think I started out doing some ITU racing for a couple of years, but kind of got a bit burnt out, and then progressed to 70.3, where I've had some reasonable success over the last 5 or 6 years, and it's nice to come up here at the 70.3 Worlds and race all these guys, guys like Freddie and Javier, and I've been looking up to these guys for a long time, so to be racing them, it's really exciting.
2 top 5s already at the 70.3 World Championships, a 5th and a 4th if I'm not mistaken, so the next is 3rd, 2nd or 1st?
Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, honestly, for me, it's just about getting the most out of myself. Positions are nice, but I try not to go in with a position in mind. I just try and get the most out of myself. And yeah, whatever that is if I race my best race, then I'm happy with that.
Australia's Sam Appleton. Appo, thank you very much and good luck. We head across to representing the United States of America, Rudy von Berg. Rudy, it's a family affair here in Nice.
Yes, the whole family's in the room. You can see them back there. They could have missed the opportunity to come watch the press conference. But yeah, no, my dad's racing. He's the one who put the passion in all of us and the whole family for, 20 years. And we did trips to Kona when we were young, kind of shaped our passion for the sport. And yeah, so my brother's racing too, my sister, another friend from Boulder, my sister's boyfriend racing too. So we're all at home. Mom has a lot of work.
Do you only talk triathlon at the breakfast table, the lunch table, and the dinner table?
Dad tends to talk a lot about travel. We try to branch out a little, but obviously we love triathlon, so it's a fair amount about that, but yeah.
An excellent race at the Ironman 70.3 European Championship in Elsinore, where you defended your title, two-time 70.3 European champion, and in a wonderful head-to-head with Javier Gomez. Good for the confidence for Sunday.
Yes, I had no idea I could do something like that, so it helped with my confidence for sure for a race like this. But, every race is different. This is a world championship, deeper field, just different race, different course. So, yeah, definitely helps with the confidence, but we'll see. You can't apply one race to another. And we'll see on Sunday.
Hometown advantage and a lot of hometown support as well. Rudy von Berg representing the USA. All the best as we move across now to Patrick Lange, our two-time Ironman world champion, reigning Ironman world champion. Congratulations. You proposed on the finish line in Hawaii and you got married 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, thank you. It was a silent little ceremony and yeah, we enjoyed the day.
Possibly, indeed, yeah, round of applause. Danke, Jan. But also possibly a nice distraction and a move away from the stress of leading up to a world championship.
Yeah, it was just one day interruption with the training. So obviously it's a lot of work to do in August, and we're lucky to organize everything, and we really kept it small. So it was a 15-person wedding, so there was not that huge amount of work leading into it. So yeah.
Congratulations yet again. Let's just talk a little bit about the racing. A good win at Ironman 70.3 Vietnam. Nice and hot there. You seem to flourish in the heat. It's going to be reasonably hot and humid on Sunday as well.
Yeah, I hope so. Obviously, I do well in hot and humid conditions. And the weather seems to be nice and hot. So yeah, let's bring it on.
At the Ironman World Championship, you have 26 miles, 42 kilometers to catch the guys in front of you. It's half that distance now.
Yeah, obviously it's half that distance. I tried to improve the speed on the run a little bit, focused a little bit more on intensity on the run, so hope to bring out something around 1 hour and 10, and yeah, but we will see also how much influence of this hard bike course will be. I think that's the key aspect of the race. So. Try not to kill myself on the bike course, and then hope to run fast.
Our Ironman world champion, Germany's Patrick Lange. Thank you as we move to our 2014 Ironman world champion. He's a two-time Ironman 70.3 world champion, multiple Ironman European champion as well. Sebastian Kienle, been training in Livigno at altitude. It was all going well, but then on a run, how's the ankle?
If it would be not good enough, I would not be here, so it's good enough.
That's good to hear. Also, your racing in 2019, very, very strong. Very, very strong at the 70.3 distance. The Achilles seems to be much better. The rehab has gone well.
Yeah, great. Every press conference I'm talking about injuries. But yeah, obviously they are not bad enough to really stop me from racing. So yeah, it's but obviously this is it's a much bigger task than the ones I faced, and so therefore, yeah, of course, a lot of interviews leading up to this race, and I think I had one 2 days ago, and a reporter asked me what would my goal be. for this race, and I said 2 wins and 2 second places in 70.3 World Championships. Of course, I want to come here to win the race. And then he asked, so where do you think you're going to make the difference? I was like, scratching my head, not in the swim probably. Transitions, not long enough. On this bike course against some Norwegian war machines, and this guy, he definitely also knows how to descend and ride hills. And I'm also not going to run faster, so fuck, I probably not have any chance at all. But you know, that's exactly the reason why a race like this is thrilling, because you come here, you think, oh, this is going to be pretty difficult actually to win, and that's the reason why it matters to all of us.
The form book and the past results don't matter. It's going to be a very dynamic day. I saw talk, you know, we've talked a lot about the hill and the descent, and there's been a lot of talk about, is it aero road bike or is it tri-bike? And I think you've made the decision to tri-bike it.
Elon Musk actually built me a spaceship. That's the way how I'm going to win this race. It's filled up with helium, and I actually have to really fix it in transition area that it not flies away. Now, obviously, I mean, this is one of the things that really attract me in the sport, is also that when I started the sport, I invested every single, back then it was D-Mark actually, I'm not born in the 70s, but also one of the older dudes here, into like some random bike stuff, and so now there is just more dollars that I'm going to spend on it. So I have to win it to actually pay off the debt from the bike.
Well, that's strong motivation. Thank you, Sebastian Kienle, a two-time Ironman 70.3 world champion, Ironman world champion, representing Germany. Good luck as we move to our two-time Olympic gold medalist. He's an Ironman 70.3 champion, Ironman champion, and second place at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship, Nelson Mandela Bay last year. Ali, you said you are feeling better coming into the World Championship here in Nice than you did last year.
Yeah, definitely. Sebi can talk about injuries, but for me, going over when your ankle happens every run, and that doesn't even count as an injury, so he shouldn't be feeling so sorry for himself, to be honest. But yeah, I've actually had a good year this year. Haven't really had any problems as such, and had a really good kind of the last 6 months of training. So I'm happy to be here and yeah, feeling fit and ready to go.
You, Javi Prado, had the world riveted last year at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship, Nelson Mandela Bay. It's not going to be any easier on Sunday.
It's definitely not going to be any easier. I think last year was a really competitive race, and you know, it was a great race to be part of. You know, it was super tactical and competitive and really on the edge, and it was pretty exciting. And I think this race this weekend could be even more so. I think one of the great things about this 70.3 World Champs now is it's, you know, I guess, a real synergy between guys who are focusing on the ITU stuff, people who are doing the full distance Ironman, and everyone in between to make one really competitive, good race, and then mix in this course as well to give it a slightly different angle. I think it should make for a really good race to spectate. It's just a shame I've got to race it.
You can watch it afterwards on Facebook. Thank you very much. Great Britain's Alistair Brownlee, second place at the 70.3 World Championship last year. A podium at the 70.3 World Championship last year, two-time Ironman 70.3 World Champion, Javier Gomez, representing Spain. Lovely to have you back with us. You've been mixing it up a little bit, adding the long distance. You've gone back to the short course racing. And there's talk here about how, you know, ITU mixing up with middle distance, mixing with long distance. You've done all three.
Yeah, it's been a fun year, trying to qualify for Olympics again and doing a bit of longer stuff. I did ITU long distance world championships and ITU races, and I'm having fun, and it's great to be back in the start line of the 70.3 world championships. As Ali said, we have some of the best ITU athletes, some of the best Ironman athletes, definitely some of the best 70.3 athletes, so it's going to be a really competitive field and a really great race.
You talked about the ITU long distance championships where you became world champion, your 10th world title, but still always hungry to duke it out with the best, to be tested and usually to overcome and to win.
Yeah, I love challenges, I love racing, and I don't count how many world titles or anything. It's just another race, a big race against the best ones in the world, and that's really exciting. So you just want to give your best and try to give your best shot.
You've had success on technical courses. Chattanooga had its technical parts to it as well in the 70.3 Barcelona, a nice technical descent as well. We've won. All this plays nicely into the prep for Sunday.
Yeah, I like the course. I like tough courses. I'm not great on flats, so I'd rather have hilly courses with some technical parts. And but yeah, it's a very competitive field, so I'm sure everyone is going to be really strong up and down the hill. And I'll just try my best to be as strong as possible.
That is our two-time Ironman 70.3 world champion, Spain's Javier Gomez. Thank you to you as well, and the best of luck. A big cheer for our athletes assembled here with us this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We will now be preparing the room for the pro-athlete briefing. We're going to get a group photo of all our athletes first, and then the media, you've got 10 minutes for some one-on-ones, and then you can also grab them after the pro briefing. But I think if we can get them standing for one big photo, thank you very much.